up, guys? I'm going to show you guys how to very easily write progressions that are in scale. And what is scale? Well, a scale is is every note that's in your root keys. Well, I'm really not good at explaining this. Hold on. So there's basically in every key there's steps that work within that scale that sound good with the other notes in that scale. So take like a C major, like that's all the flat keys from a C to a C, and all those keys played together sound pretty good. So I guess that's kind of my dumb way of explaining that. And I'll show you what I do to get all my progressions in scale, and it's very easily, and I don't even have to think about the consequences of writing something that's not in scale or in key. So obviously, real quick, I'll go into this plugin that's in your live devices under MIDI effects. It's called Scale, and what that does is basically what I'm gonna do, but I like doing it like this because at least I have control over certain things, and then I can always just add in things too, but I'll go into that later. So let's just go. I'm gonna find a G1 because that's the G is the key, is what key the song is in, so I'll stick to that. So I have a G here, and I'm gonna do a minor scale really quick. So what a minor scale is a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. No, that's not half step. Shit, I fucked up. Let's see. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay. And then whole step, and then a whole step. And I know I did it right because I started with a G and I ended with a G, and this is 7 steps right here. You don't count the G again because you don't count the same note twice in a scale. And that's pretty much a G minor scale. And let me quickly explain what a whole step and half step is if you don't know what that is. A whole step is 2 half steps. So a half step is pretty much the next note over. So from G to G sharp is a half step because I go from G to 1, and that's a half step. And then if I wanted to go whole step, it'd be like, so I'd count G sharp as 1, and then A as 2. So 1, 2 from here. So 1, 2. That's a whole step. And easiest way to tell whole steps from half steps is that there's always a key in between 2 notes, and that's a whole step. So from here to here, that's the next note over. That's a half step. I skip that. So C B is between the A sharp and C, and that's a whole step. Okay. So that being said, I press Command A to select all, and then Command D to duplicate, and then Shift up to bring it up 1 octave. And then what I do is I use my left arrow to bring it back in line with these. And I'll press Command A again, Command D, Shift up twice, and like that. So that's pretty much how I do that. Hold on, let me just give myself this octave right here. And then I press Command A, and I bring this off the grid with the left arrow, and then I press Fold, and that is how I get this perfect writing space for myself. I give myself the freedom to just write whatever I want, and I'll be in key, and that is great. So let me quickly demonstrate this. So this is a 3rd and a 5th. It's very basic chord. So I've set my pattern. Whoops. It's a little low, so I'm gonna press Shift up. Oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, Command A, Shift up. Okay, and it's cool because this gives me the freedom to just experiment with my chords. So I can just move these. It's cool. Here, let's even try to move this down. Ooh, that's very cool. It's something I definitely would have not come up with if I was just playing with my keyboard here. So I'll press Command D. Wow, Ableton's very glitchy today. And let's see, I'll move this up. Cool. Command D again. Jeez, this is very glitchy. Every time I press Command D, it just shifts my view somewhere else. It's pretty weird. Beautiful. And another tip I'll just throw out there is when you're writing progressions, your first two chords should kind of be similar tonally, I guess. I really don't know how to describe it, but the third chord in your progression, if you're doing like a 4-bar thing, should be the most different sounding chord, if that makes sense. So this one sounds kind of similar to this one, just this one sounds higher up, but this third one that's about to come up is going to be totally new in sound, I guess. See how that one just has, it just pops out like right from those other chords. And then let's see, the last chord is always kind of trickiest to find. Wow, that's cool. That might even be a keeper. I wrote it first, guys. Don't copy it. Just kidding. Seriously, I might use it. It's not the greatest chord ever, but I easily made it without even thinking about, you know, if I was doing this without this, I would be, I'd have to be counting steps and then checking if it's in key or not, or in the right scale and whatever, or, you know, it would just be 10 times harder, and I wouldn't come up with this kind of, obviously in music theory you count steps to get your thirds and fifths and whatever, and this would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That's a fifth, and I would have never put a fifth there without a third here, like if I was writing without this. So, you know, writing like this helps you get very creative stuff that you wouldn't get otherwise. And let me I'm holding down Shift here to select all these bottom notes, my bass keys, if you will. And I'm just gonna press and hold Option. Bring this down. Holy shit. Hold on. And of course, another cool thing is that you can open up an envelopes little dialog box, and you can automate parameters on your clips here. So I'm automating my filter, cutoff, and silence. And of course, since it's on my clip, it's gonna play into my other silence. And you get the idea. So let's do a major scale now. So I'm just gonna select all, get rid of that. And let's go down to G1. So G1, where the hell are you? whatever. G0 will be fine. Here it is. Got it. Okay, so major scale. Major scale is a whole step. So one in between, that makes it a whole step. Another whole step, so right there. Half step. And then whole step. Whole step. Whole step. Half step. So I did it right. I'm back at G. I think I did it right. Let's see. So whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay. And if you want to experiment with the key, or like change your key, so I can go down to or up to C or whatever. And as you see, a C major is all the white notes and no black notes. So it's all those keys in a G major. I mean a C major. And of course, let's select all, duplicate, shift up, Command A, Command D, shift up twice, like that. And hell, we'll do it again, I guess, with this last one. Oh, that's too high. That's not even cool. And Command A to select them all, and I can press fold now. And let's get to writing something really quick. So wow, okay. Stop doing that, Ableton. Messing up my tutorial, Ableton. And see, that's a major chord now. And if you want to add a minor chord in here, that's no problem. You just unfold and then count your steps down. So see, this is a G minor, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, so this is a minor, and I can just pop that back in. And as you can see, I'll know that this key is not supposed to be here, but I can still write minors with it. And I can still have my majors and whatever. So let's kind of demonstrate this. And let's go over here. That did not sound cool. Because it was not in the right scale. See what I'm saying? If things aren't in the right scale, they can sound weird. So that's kind of why I do all this. So I'm not going to write another progression. You get the idea. And whoa, why am I doing that? So I hope this helped you guys out. If you're a little confused by minors and major scales and whole steps and half steps, I suggest you go do a little reading on that. If you're thinking about writing progressions, you should have at least a basic idea of music theory just to help support that. So thanks guys for watching.